Hello, good afternoon. This is Samir. I'm back here with one more Facebook Live, and I'll continue to talk about marketing messenger bots. So today is a very important announcement. We just got the news that Facebook has started allowing the app to be submitted for reviews. What it really means is if you have been using any of the big platforms like ManyChat or ChatFuel, then you can start publishing your bots, because Facebook had put a hold on them and people were worried that who knows, they might discontinue that forever and things like that. But apparently you can publish your bots again. So that's a great news for bot builders, bot sellers community. Again, reminder, I'm Samir here, Samir Ranpara. I teach messenger marketing, messenger bots for business owners. And in this specific set of videos, I show you how to build a marketing messenger bot. I show you step-by-step method. I show you all the details. You do not need any technical expertise. You do not need to know any technical expertise or things like that. Even if you think you don't have, you're not good at technology, you can still start building these messenger bots, and that's what I help with. I try to kind of show you that, dive into the tools, kind of show you how to use tools and things like that. Now that we are able to publish the bots, my goal is to show you the initial steps, how to publish a bot. But today I'll continue to talk about what we have been covering in past few videos, and that is Facebook comments growth tool, because I want to finish that series, kind of a series within a series. And once I'm done talking about that, then I can switch over to showing you how to publish new bots again. So if you're joining live or if you're catching this up in replay, say hello in the comments. Ask me any questions about marketing, messenger, bots, machine learning. Go ahead and ask them if you have any. I'm happy to kind of take a crack at your questions. I'm going to switch over to screen sharing mode, and that's what I do. I show you how to do stuff, not just talk about that. So I'm going to switch over here. Okay, so this is the familiar ManyChat dashboard that we have been using. This is the test bot, the bot I've built specifically just for this purpose, showing you through the steps, training you, teaching you how to build one. And we have been working on growth tools. Bots are like newsletters. You need subscribers in order for you to communicate with other people. You cannot communicate using your bot to someone if the someone is not a subscriber. So your focus should be increasing the subscriber base, and growth tools are different mechanisms, and comments, Facebook comments are one mechanism, one of the many mechanisms that you have available, which you can use and drive people to your messenger bot, and then incentivize them to subscribe, right? So you can catch up on my previous videos. They're all on my wall, Facebook wall, on my personal profile. To kind of get more context, if you want to kind of continue to build and learn more about comment growth tool or messenger bots in general. So there is a bit of context, but all of the information that you might need in order to understand what I'm going to do in this video, that is available in previous videos. You can just kind of chronologically go look at the previous videos on the profile, and then hopefully it'll make sense. So I'll switch. On the left hand side is the navigation here. I'm gonna get into growth tools. I just clicked on the growth tools and it takes me, hang on 1 second, I'm just kind of shuffling the windows around here. It takes us to the growth tools that I've already built so far. And I'm going to stick to this Facebook comments growth tool, the one tool that I've built and that I've been using. So far we have tested this tool in few different ways. So the flow or the sequence of events for this tool is like this. Okay, so let me kind of go here and show you. So you attach this tool to one of the posts on your fan page or business page, right? For example, this is the one that I created yesterday to start testing the next step. And you attach the your comment growth tool to a particular post. So you make the post on your business page and then you go here, you get into the comments growth tool, you go to the settings and then you go there and you click on the change post and you click whichever post you want to attach the tool, you select that here. I want to attach it to this tool, this post, and it's already selected because that's what I did yesterday. So you attach that, then you comment on this tool, right? When you comment, the messenger app fires, and it should be, hang on, if I can find out the test bot response here. Okay, for some reason it's hiding. I'm looking for a response from test bot. So anyways, the way it works is it'll open up. The window will open up. For example, let's see. This is a bot that I've subscribed, Wordsworth, sends me new word every day. So you will see something like this when you comment because you have attached the growth tool to this post. And not only this, you'll see a message in this window from okay, hang on, I think I can get that from here. Test button, there you go. So you will see this once you comment and you see a message. This is the first message, and that message you can set up here under auto response. This is the message. Hey, first name, can I help you with something? Just write down a reply and I'll get in touch with you soon. That's the message here. The commenter gets the message and the message prompts the commenter to interact because the commenter has to interact in order to become a subscriber. And that's the goal of this whole process, whole sequence. So the auto response is kind of inviting them to interact, and once they interact, they become the subscribers, and then you can do several things. You can do either nothing once they interact, or you can send them the opt-in message. Yeah, those are the two options. We are not testing the not sending anything because that's not a recommended option in my opinion. We are testing we are testing the choice where the commenter, after having responded, for example, like here, after having responded to the initial message, the commenter receives an opt-in message. Okay, that's what we tested. Now there are two ways to test this. Hopefully this is making sense. I think I'll show you the steps so that'll make it more clear. We are not testing the first choice here. Don't send the opt-in message. We are not testing that. Not a good idea. Send to everyone who replies. We tested that already. That means when I get this auto response, no matter what I type in, send them the opt-in message. That's the setup. Okay. And I had to, because I was already subscribed, I had to try it from a different account where the person was not subscribed, and then I got the message. Now the third option is send only to users who reply with a keyword. So the keyword that we are going to test is testing, right? That could be confusing. That's why I paused. Yeah, let's stick to the keyword testing. So that means when next time I see this response, I type in testing, I expect to see the opt-in message. Now, if you remember, if you are already subscribed, you will not get the opt-in message. So what I want to do is I want to unsubscribe myself first. That's what I want to do. Just check in here. Okay. So I am going to make this active. Remember, before you start testing, make sure your tools are active, your growth tools are active. Top right corner, there's a little slider. Slide it or flip it from draft state to active state. Make sure it's saved. The saved button should be grayed out. That means it's already saved. And so we are good to test this thing. So what I'm going to do is first I want to unsubscribe myself, because if I'm subscribed, I'm not going to get the opt-in message. We tested that. So how does one person unsubscribe him or herself from the bot? So right here, because we are in the dashboard, I am also the admin here. I'm logged in. So what I'm going to do is I go to audience. From the left column navigation, go to audience, and then I find myself, I click myself, and then when you click under your image, you'll see the option to unsubscribe. So I click on that. It's going to prompt you that, okay, you really want to unsubscribe, and you will not be able to subscribe them back. So what it's saying is, as an admin, if you unsubscribe someone as an admin, you cannot subscribe them back as an admin. You understand that? Because whether to subscribe or not is at user's discretion, right? I'm able to do this because this is myself. Hopefully that's very clear. This user will not be able to receive messages until they type start again or click the button with subscribe to bot action specified. So basically, once you subscribe, once you unsubscribe someone, the user has to subscribe back. Hopefully I'm making sense. Kind of beating the bush here, but there you go. I'm unsubscribed now. My hope is that because I'm unsubscribed, I should be able to see the opt-in message. Let's see how. There is a chance in my kind of limited playing with this in the past, I've noticed that it's still, just because I was subscribed once in the past, I might not get the opt-in message when I resubscribe. That's my hunch, but let's test it out. So first of all, when you comment on the Facebook page for testing the comment growth tool, switch to the personal profile, right? Switch to the personal profile. So on the bottom right corner, you go there. From the list, I pick myself as a personal profile, and then go comment. Let's see, what have I been writing? Okay. So in the past, often, because I'm testing all these things, often Facebook tags my comment as a spam, because you will not see any content here, right? It's all, we'll talk about test and stuff. So that's the concern. That's why I'm kind of pausing and thinking about what to write. I'm going to go ahead and give it a try and then see hopefully it works. Otherwise, I might have to set up a kind of a more realistic scenario, right? Like when you talk about something specific in the post, not just make it a test test post, but put in some content. But anyway, so let me try. Trying to test comment growth tool with keyword filtering. So remember, not the comment. We are not filtering the comments themselves. Any comment will fire the tool, but we are filtering the response, the commenter response to auto response. It's kind of a mouthful to say and then might be confusing. But in the sequence, a commenter comments to the Facebook post, Messenger app fires, Messenger bot sends the auto response, prompting the commenter to respond, and the commenter responds to that initial auto response. So that's the sequence. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and post my comment. So I just posted the comment. I expect the Messenger to fire, which it did. Okay. The Messenger fired and it responded with the auto response. So guys, when I describe the sequence, if you ever wondered what the hell I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about, right? I just commented to a post, it fired the Messenger, and the Messenger bot sent me a message. That is auto response. The way you set up that message is through here. I'm going back to the dashboard. I'm going to the growth tools, and the navigation. I'm going to the Facebook comments, and I go to the auto response tab. Here is that message. Here is the first message. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. So now I am, as a user, I'm responding to the auto. As a commenter, I'm responding to the auto response. And the way I have set up the tool is only if my comment contains keyword testing, I expect to get the opt-in message, right? So I'm going to say testing. So I said testing and I get nothing so far. We'll wait the usual few seconds because sometimes it can be late in responding. But I doubt now, because as the few seconds have passed, it still is not responding. So I think this is what I was suspecting is happening, where because I was a subscriber in the past, that somehow the tool understands that it doesn't make sense, but I think there is something happening where although you might be unsubscribed, but if you were ever a subscriber in the past, and if you ever were a subscriber in the past, you will not get the opt-in message. Okay, you'll not get the opt-in message, and that's what is happening. I am not getting the opt-in message. So this is the situation you will encounter, right? When you use this tool, when you have people responding, commenting, and when the tool is being activated, you will run into this scenario, because I don't know. I mean, you might run into this because people will do like unsubscribe and subscribe, right? Sometimes people are not sure they unsubscribe, and then they might want to check out your bot again. So they might resubscribe. So this is a possible scenario. I mean, I've done that with other bots where I would unsubscribe and then I would resubscribe, sometimes just to test what's happening. So so the question is, how do you test this? How would you address this? And that's what I want to kind of continue to explore. So there are few ways to addressing this problem. So the idea is that when the commenter responds to the bot needs to send some sort of confirmation, right? Bot needs to tell the commenter that the bot received the message. And as I said, like all of these steps typically happens within an overarching context where you are offering something of value to the commenter, to the visitor. So they are expecting that. So you need a mechanism for you to be able to deliver what they might be looking for. So typically in the Facebook post, you would say that you have something available for them. You can offer them something. It could be a lead magnet, some sort of freebie, or some information that you can send them that they want. They are interested in that. And it's just that the way you want to deliver is through the comments, right? Through this comments growth tool. And then you can say that, hey, if you are like interested in this, then you can comment to the post, and then you interact with the post. You invite them to interact with the post, and then the bot, you can set up the bot to deliver that, right? So often the comment growth tool is a mechanism to deliver something most of the time. So that's why you need the ability to continue the conversation. So one thing I would like to see the opt-in message in action, right? Although we have seen, like when I used the other account, where the person was not subscribed to this bot, you saw the opt-in message. If I scroll back up, and the thing is, so we know that it works. It's not that it does not work, but the thing is, we want to be able to see like how to make it work with this keyword filtering. So I'll have to think of a scenario like how to make it work, because I tried unsubscribing and it did not work. So I'm kind of thinking through this, like what would be an alternative to kind of make it work so that you can see. So that one thing is just to see the thing in action, right? That's one thing. The other thing is, we ran into a situation where now the bot is not responding, and it is a likely practical scenario. It will happen. So how to handle that? That's the other aspect we'll have to see. That, I mean, there are limitations to this thing, right? So how to overcome those limitations? That's what I'm kind of thinking about. So that's I will have to kind of think about it and figure out a way how to make this work. Or maybe I'll have to pick like a new account. I mean, I don't have so many Facebook accounts lying around to start using them. But I'll have to think of a way. So what we can do in the meantime is, there are some other things that I need to test, right? So what can we test next? That's what I'm kind of thinking. We will still have about 7 minutes, so let's kind of plan. So the other thing we can test without getting into this situation of being already a subscriber, is this comment filtering, right? And I think that's a relevant use case. So often what will happen is, let me go back to, I went to the your pages, test. So often what happens is you have a post, and then people are interacting with your post with comments, and when people respond with a particular comment, then you want the bot to interact, but you don't want the bot to interact for all comments, because sometimes people say, hey, that's great, thank you, hello, and things like that, right? So you definitely can use the ability to filter comments for the bot to trigger. So let's test that next. So maybe I can talk a little about that, and in the next video we can do the testing itself. And that ability is right here. When you are using the, when you go into the comment growth tool, Facebook comments, that's the name that I gave to the comment growth tool that I'm using. Go to the settings tab, and so first thing is select the post to attach the tool to. The next thing is to select the level of comments that you are going to process. We are still sticking to just the top level comments. And the third thing is the time lag. Like, you can set up the time lag between the commenter actually commenting and the messenger triggering. Sometimes it will make sense for you to wait before you trigger the messenger. So that's here. When user leaves a comment, send message after, either send immediately or send them after a few seconds or minutes. And the last two fields are the comment filtering fields. So you can use exclusion or you can use inclusion, right? You can exclude comments with words, or you can include only comments with specific words. You can combine them. I mean, you can have both exclusion and inclusion together. Perhaps that would be a good idea to test, right? Like put them together and see what happens. So I think easier thing to test would be starting with inclusion. So only trigger for comments with these keywords, right? So that's what I want to test. So let's pick a keyword and then let's set it up. And I'm going to go like basic, kind of very nonsensical keyword, just not to spend too much energy in thinking, because we just want to test it to begin with. I use the word trigger, and I'm going to save trigger. So only trigger for comments with these keywords. And then apparently you can have more keywords, right? Comma separated list. So you can have a comma separated list of keywords, and the tool will only trigger when there is one of those keywords in the comment. Okay, it's not AND function. You don't have to have all of them. For example, you said trigger, fire. I won't use start because start will conflict with. I mean, it's here. It would not, because this is in the comments. So maybe I can use start. For example, let's say you selected these three words: trigger, fire, start. It does not mean that your messenger bot will only fire when a comment contains all three. It means the messenger bot will fire, messenger app will fire when any of these three words are present in the keyword. So it's an OR function. The bot will fire when the comment contains either trigger or fire or start. Okay. But first, let's just make sure that we check just the trigger, right? And then I'm not changing anything, but what I'm going to do, and perhaps what I'll do is I'll stop at this point. All I have to do is get a new post here, right? Attach this to a new post, a fresh post. So next I'll be making a new test post on the Facebook fan page, so that I can grab that new post and attach it to this new test that we are doing, because we want to now filter the comments. So I think that's what I'll do in tomorrow's video. Again, this is Samir. I teach you messenger bots, how to build messenger bots for marketing purposes. I can teach you anything that you want to learn about marketing. Ask me questions and I can answer those. Anything related to messenger marketing, messenger bots in general. Ask me those questions. Give me some feedback about these videos. I'll greatly appreciate that. I'll be back tomorrow around this time. And if you caught this on replay, thank you so much. Say hello in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.